Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures and free them from their plastic and cardboard prison. It's the King of the Vampires. It's Vladimir, aka Dracula. So, armored Dracula looks amazing. Let's take him to the table. Alright, so we have, for the most part, I'm gonna call this the new box from Marvel Legends, and I gotta say, absolutely love it. Can fit on a bookshelf, it looks pretty good. Way better than that old plastic-free boxes that they used as an excuse to save money, and way better than the dome ones because those really had a hard time stacking up. I really like the simplicity of this. I like the square concept. I just like it much better. You know, the strange tail wave is weird, because for the most part, let's try that again. For the most part, they popped up at Ross, so obviously they didn't do the best, but it's doing the best for my wallet because I don't really care about too many of these figures because I think I passed on every one of them. The only one I wanted was Brother Voodoo. I have him. I got Damien Helstrom, and now I got Dracula. Now looking for Ross to get the rest so I can build out this Build-A-Figure because I do want Blackheart. I just wasn't going to buy an entire wave for Build-A-Figure. Probably like most people, and that's why it's end up at Ross. So, I'm talking about other things other than the box. So, you know what it is. You know what time it is. It's YKB. I don't care about the boxes. So let's get them open. Let's free Dracula from his cardboard coffin. I do like the way they did that. That looks pretty cool. There's Dracula in the plastic. There you go. Got Dracula standing up. Let's get a little bit closer. And for the most part, Dracula should be any accessorizer's dream or customizer. He's a dude in armor, plus he's a vampire, so literally if you have a tombstone body, you can probably throw on Dracula's head. If you want a dude in armor, all you have to do is paint the neckline and throw a different head on. Like, this should be a customizer's dream. And it just looks sick. Like, this is a really good figure. If there was more figures in this wave I wanted, I definitely would have picked up Dracula. Like, literally out of the two that were there that I was thinking about picking up, that even had an inkling of picking up, it was him and Brother Voodoo. I found this design to be amazing, but still, if I couldn't get the Build-A-Figure, I wasn't going to buy a figure I only semi-cared about. And this isn't even the representation when I think about Dracula, but that's besides the point. I'm getting distracted. He looks amazing. The armor looks amazing. I really do like this Dracula. Really do like this head sculpt too. But enough said, let's get to the accessories. First up, to get these out of the way, there goes Blackheart's arm with his hand. There is Stone Dracula's face, which I'm still tempted to see if I'm going to, oh, that's articulatable, that's cool. Going to see if I'm going to put on this face or his other. His sword looks absolutely amazing. I don't know how much reuse they're going to get out of this sword, but knowing Marvel Legends, if there's a will, there's a way. And his fist hands. They look good. Really do look good. Why does it seem like there might be a repulsor ray or something under that? I don't know. These hands look like they might double for a Doom. I've never seen them before, but I'm just saying. look like these could be a Doom hand. But that's all his accessories. Comes with more than enough. You know, I miss the days when Marvel Legends came with things when you bought them. You know, you get a Build-A-Figure piece, get interchangeable hands, interchangeable head, and a weapon. You know, the good old days. Alright, we got Dracula standing here. First off, let's change the head. Like that. Has almost no range though. Stone face. I don't know. Just looks plain. Definitely vampires need to be showing their fangs. Fist. Power fist. That looks good. I've already said this hand looks pretty good. So I don't see the need in changing both hands out, because I'm going to leave the claw hand because I feel like that hand looks much better. And his sword. And he has the proper wrist. I'm surprised. I thought it would be a hinge up and down and not a weapon hinge, which I'm happy about. Man. I feel like they put a lot of money into a figure that no one wanted. It bees like that sometimes, doesn't it? Accessories are pretty good. Alright, so we got Dracula standing up here, and I thought, what not better than to bring out his wave mates that I own anyway. There is Damien Helstrom and the man, the myth, Brother Voodoo. For the most part, you know, looking at the figures that I got, you know, in lines of orders, I would pick him up first, him second, him third. So, for the most part, I think these three figures are the best figures out of the wave. I didn't need a different head for, what is that, Marauder Storm? Was it Marauders? Was it Mutant Massacre Storm? I don't know, the one whenever she beat Callisto. That Storm. I didn't need a vampire version of her. Definitely didn't need that. Lilith, I don't even know who that is. I know the name in mythology, but I don't know the character at all. And I really didn't need a repaint of Moon Knight. So, what did they call it? West Coast Avengers Moon Knight or whatever? Yeah, I wasn't a West Coast guy. So, I don't have to worry about that. I feel like these were the three standouts of the wave besides Blackheart himself. So if you see any more figures, me review any more figures, it's definitely because I'm trying to get Blackheart. Because I definitely want him. I feel like he was the pull of the wave. This way I got 3 out of the 6. Because I'm definitely not getting Weapon Vengeance or Wolverine with the Ghost of Vengeance, whatever powers. Because I don't need him. And you know, Wolverines are dime a dozens. And I'm rambling. They look good. They look great. Let's go back to the figure review. Alright, so we got Dracula standing over here. And before we do any of that fanciness, because I was going to move him around and everything else, why not see how tall he is? Dracula is approximately about 6.5, so kind of the standard Marvel Legends size. And he's about 2.5 body, but the cape actually fringes out a lot. So cape fringes out to about like 4 inches. So he will take up a little bit of room, but let's be honest, it's a cape, you can push it in. So let's get in the meat and the potatoes. Let's see how he moves. Head's on that, I want to call it a ball joint. It's from lack of remembering. We saw it. It's on that. You know, it doesn't have any range on the bottom part, so it doesn't move too much, but at least it can pivot, and at least it can turn. If you remember, his hair can turn. There are different hairstyles. Can they pop out? Yes, they can. So that changes as well if I can plug it in. Semi plugs in, not the best. So, you know, that's a thing. Can he do a T-pose? The cape kind of gets in the way, and the arms are a little bit too gummy, so it kind of pushes it down. So, say that's a no. Bicep swivel. So on point, it works. Single jointed, but goes over 90, so that's another win. It also swivels. You know, pretty good. Wrist, standard wrist. We already talked about the hinge wrist, but it's there. It's a ball at the top, Spider-Man style. Nothing at the waist, but I guess you could just turn it. He can do a full split, unlike most Spider-Men. Thigh swivel. Can kick his butt easily, no problem. Might be a little bit of an ouchie, but it's there. What's up with Marvel Legends not giving people butts? No boot swivel, standard ankle rocker. Oh, but this can turn, so I don't know. I don't consider that a boot swivel, so I'm not going to now. And just the more I mess with this, the more I just like this figure. Also realizing when you get a figure for this price point, you know, it's a lot easier to be much more excited. That's cool. Interchangeable hair, and they made two different ones and not the same one. Pretty cool. But enough of that. Let's go see how he scales with other figures from other lines. As I say that, I immediately bring out Iron Man, so oh wow, y'all know what I mean. There's NECA Turtle. Loyal Subjects. Aang. G.I. Joe Classified Series. McFarlane Spawn. SH Figure Arts Naruto. Star Wars Black Series. Hates work. You know, we've kind of gotten used to the new Marvel Legends heights, so you kind of know what you get when you get one of those figures. What else can I say about Dracula? This figure was a surprise. Really happy about it. I'm surprised it went to Ross. You know, this figure was made very well. Feels quality. Looks good. You know, great concept, maybe bad choice in character, or bad way they released the line. You know, I feel like if this hit stores, people would have just swarmed on this wave. But, you know, with everything getting tighter nowadays, you gotta choose more wisely in your Marvel Legends. So, but enough said. For more reviews like this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. If you can find him at Ross, pick him up. Pick him up. Pick up more, make an army. Because this is a great body mold. Really is.